Good evening, everybody. This is Susanne with another 45-minute Pilates class. Tonight you need a chair without any wheels on, so a safe chair with a back. You need a block, a couple of cookbooks would do. You need some light hand weights, a kilo, 1.5 kilos. Maybe if you're a strong man, you can go for 2 kilos, but something light. You need a stretch band, and that's it for tonight. And of course, your mat and your bodies. Good. All right, let's start straight away. Come on up into a standing position. Oh, my head is cut off. Hang on. Good. And stand on both feet. Shift your weight onto your heels. That's better. And start with shoulder rolls backwards. As always, we're focusing on breathing, on centering ourselves, so pulling the tummy in, lifting the pelvic floor, and gently tucking the tail between our legs. If you've got osteoporosis, you're going to come forward with a straight back. If you've got a healthy spine, you're going to bring this down in a round back. You can weight bear into your thighs if your lower back is a little bit tight tonight. And then bring the arms up and then extend to stretch out the front. So what I meant by that, if you've got a tight lower back, you can place your hands onto your thighs and you come back focusing on the arch of your back, but your weight bearing into your thighs. Then inhale, exhale, come back up again. Circle and extend. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down. Make sure your knees are softened. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale to bring it back to the top. Circle and extend. And bring the arms to your side. Good. So I would like you to stand somewhere close to a surface next. So I've got my cupboard here. You could use a door, for example. That would work as well. You're going to stand about 30 centimeters away from that wall, about a foot. Pull the shoulders back and down, and then just start trying to stretch so that the fingertips are touching the wall or the cupboard. Good. So if you're struggling with this, bring your whole body a little bit closer to it and keep breathing. Just keep moving with this. If you find that you need to bend your elbow a little bit, but you feel a nice stretch along your torso here on the sides, then please do bend that elbow. If you can't feel the stretch with a bent elbow, then even better would be that long arm, nice and beautiful and elegant. Good. So what I would like you to do next, I'd like you to play around with this. So what happens if you lean backwards a little bit and touch the wall? What happens if you lean forward and touch the wall? And just keep going. So it's almost like with every stretch that you do, you're trying a slightly different position. And breathe out into the stretch. Make sure to draw the belly in. You tuck your tail in so the back doesn't start to hurt. Keep going with that. You can also push the hips out a little bit more. What does that do? And let's do 3 more of these. Find that stretch through the side of your body, through the side of your trunk. And last one. Fantastic. Good. I'm now going to turn around so I can do the other side. So excuse my bottom. But I'm going to do exactly the same here. So for me, it's quite easy to keep my arm long, but you might need to bend your elbow a little bit to find the stretch. So I don't want you to feel the stretch in your shoulder joint. I want you to try to feel the stretch in your torso. So down your back here. Good, and start again. With each one that you do, you change your position ever so lightly. Make sure you breathe out into the stretch. And just move gently in and out of it. Maybe push the hip away as well. Just try things out. Play around with it. You've got 4 more. 3. 2. Last one and 1. Fantastic. Good. Stand away. Bring the arms up in line with your shoulders. Find your rotation. Allow your full body to rotate with your arms. So you should be able to pull the arm past your midline at the back. Just a nice free motion. We're including the whole of our body into this movement. Make sure the tummy's pulled in, the pelvic floor is lifted. Good, and now keep the hips facing forward and rotate with the hips facing the front of your room. If you've got a tight lower back, you can allow the hips to move a little bit more. The glutes need to be gently engaging here. We're going to do one more on each side. Last one, please. Fabulous. And back to the center and bring the arms to your side. Good. Hopefully that hasn't caused you any pain. The back warm-up is always here to check that we're feeling all right. So if you felt that there was any pain anywhere, then please don't ignore if this pain comes back. So maybe go to a level 1 rather than pushing higher levels. So we're going to take our hands and we're just going to rest our hands on top of our breastbone. Be careful that you don't rise up through the shoulders as you stand up, and you don't really want to lean forward too much. So you stand up and really clench your bum cheek as you stand up, and then sit back down again. Good. Some of you I can see, you're bringing your knees together as you stand up and down. I need you to really keep the knees over the big toe and the second toe. So don't allow those knees to fall inwards or indeed outwards. Good. Keep going. Stand up and bring it down. So what we're going to do now, we're not going to sit down anymore. We're going to come down into that squat. We're going to just touch the seat with our bum cheeks, and then we come back up again. Careful with your knees now. We don't want those knees to fall inwards or outwards. Good, but do make sure that you're touching the seat, and don't bend forward too much through your upper body. Keep going with that. Up and down. So I'm just going to show you from the side what I mean. So make sure that you're not leaning forward so much. So you're not folding forward and then you stand up. You're trying to keep the upper body fairly upright. So come up, clench your bum cheek, only touch the seat before you come back up. So you're not really sitting down anymore, which is touching and standing up. Make sure you keep breathing. Touch and stand up. Good. We're now going to touch, stand up, and lift one leg up into a balance. Bring the foot back down. Touch, stand up, lift the other leg up into a balance. Keep going with this. Touch, lift, balance. So don't sit down, don't place your weight onto the chair seat, but touch the seat with your bum and lift. Good, you've got 2 more. Keep working on that. Make sure those knees stay parallel. You've got 1 more. Touch, stand up, and balance. Good job. All right, I'm turning around again. You're now going to grab your hand weights. Make sure you bend your knees to pick them up. Good, let's practice the arm movement I want you to produce. I want a 90-degree angle in the elbow, and I really want you to press the elbows into your torso. You're now going to pull the thumbs back, pull the shoulders back as you do this, and bring them together again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Good, do it again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Really pull the elbows towards you. Open up. And close. Good. We're now going to do a double pulse. Double pulse and close. Again. Double pulse and close. Good. Have a look where your chair is and sit down again. So make sure that you know where your chair is before you sit down. Feet are parallel. Stand up. Open up. Double pulse. Touch the chair, but don't sit down. Come straight back up. And double pulse. Good, keep going. Touch the chair, come straight back. Control it. We don't want to speedily rush through this. We really want to try to stay in a nice, slow motion so that we feel the correct muscles. So on the way up, make sure you feel your glutes. On the way down, feel your thighs. Feel those shoulders. Keep going. Touch, coming up, and pull it back. 2 more times. touch. Make sure the core is engaged, the tail is tucked in. You've got one more. Touch, come up, and open up. Fantastic. And just give those shoulders a little bit of a round circle. Good. You're now going to sit down. You don't have to sit sideways. I'm sitting sideways so you see what I'm doing. Good. Sit in the middle of your chair and lengthen your spine. Bring the arms out to the side. Now I would like you please to lean forward gently. Lean forward. Good. With a straight back. So make sure you're not collapsing forward. Nice long spine. You're now going to lift one arm back and one arm up. Pull your tummy in really tightly. Good. And then breathe out to swap. And swap. Lift the back of your head up. Yeah. Your chest stays nice and still. So make sure that you're not wiggling from side to side. Pull the arms a little bit further back. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring those arms down. Good job. Right, next one we're going to do without the hand weight. So bring them onto the floor. Stay seated. Good. Sit even further forward. So now you're not in the middle of the chair, you're fairly far towards the edge of your chair. We're going to go into mobility of the shoulders. So can you see I've got a fist with a thumb sticking up on both sides. This one does the same, yes? So thumbs up to the side. We're now going to rotate our thumbs backwards all the way. Give me a fist, give me a fist, that's it. And now rotate the thumbs backwards. Pull the thumbs as far back as you can. Fantastic. And then bring those arms up overhead. Pull the shoulders back and down. And then pull the thumbs down as low as you can. Keep going. Pull them back. Draw the belly button in. Lift the pelvic floor. Sit as tall as you can. Good. And really feel how you're engaging through those shoulders. Pull the shoulder blades towards you. Make sure they're not sticking out. Good. And you really need to pull the thumbs backwards. So the hands ideally are behind your midline. Breathe out. Breathe out again. Let's keep going. Really lengthen those hands out. Make sure the back of your head is pulling back. Come all the way up, all the way down. If you find that your shoulder is hurting at any point, then avoid that range of movement. Make sure your tummy pulls in. They're surely getting heavy now, those arms. We've got 2 more. Are you rotating your thumbs back still? It doesn't look like it. It looks like you've lost your fists and it looks like you lost your thumbs as well. Fist and thumbs, please. Last one. And release. Good. Well done. Let's go on to the floor next. Oh, no, actually, let's do a quick stretch up here. So bring the chair further forward. You're standing behind the chair. You're now going to hold on to the outside of your chair. So you're holding right on the edge of the chair there. Good. And then walk back. Draw the belly in and then drop your breastbone as low down as you can. That's it. Now pull the tail back. Good. Relax into this. Lift the back of your head up so the nose doesn't drop towards your chest. Feel a gentle stretch. Core needs to be engaged, otherwise your back will hurt. I need long arms, ladies, long arms. Good, you've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Good. Loose the chair for me so it's out of the way. And then grab your band. There's one more exercise I want to do. Hold your band fairly wide. Fairly wide. Yeah. Good. I want the band to be taut at all times, but I don't want you to pull on the band. So you could do this with a towel, for example. So don't pull on the band, just hold it. You're now going to pull the band beside you. Good. And you're going to come into a squat. I'll show you from the side. So I'm in a squat, I'm pulling the band beside me. Then I'm lifting the band up I'm leaning back, it's a semicircle, and I'm coming over to the other side. I'll show you from the front. And lift up, lean back, look up to the ceiling, and come over to the other side, back into your squat. Lift up, semicircle, back down into a squat. I'll show you from behind as well. So squat, pull the band back, lift up, semicircle, over to the other side, and down. Keep going, breathe out, semicircle, and sideways. Keep going, circle that, bring it over to the side. Don't pull on the band, just keep it taut. Pulling that tummy in, you've got 2 more. Circle those arms to the side. Last one, lift up and back down and come up. That looked like it was a coordinational nightmare for you. Well done. Right, let's go onto the floor. As long as there was some spinal movement there with that band, I am happy. Good. Lie down on your back and give me a pelvic tilt, please. Pelvic tilt. Pull the lower back onto the mat. Draw the belly button in, lift your pelvic floor. And reverse it again. Make sure the shoulders don't rise up when you do your pelvic tilt. Great way to release the lower back if you're a little bit sore in that lower back. Great way to really activate those deep core muscles, the deep core connection. Be very careful that you use the correct muscles, so the ability to pull the belly in, to tilt the 2 hip bones towards you, and to lift through the back passage and your genitals. Try to clench your bum cheeks as little as possible. Good, and now you're going to go a little bit further, not into a bridge, but you're just going to lift the weight of your hips up and just feel that little stretch in the lower back. So the rib cage stays on the floor. You're just lifting those hips away from the mat ever so gently, just to feel a little bit of a motion and mobility through that lower back. You're going to do 3 more, please. 2. 1 more. Good, and now we're going to go into those precision bridges where you peel each and every vertebra away from the mat, one after the other one. You really deeply engage your shoulders into the mat, lengthen your knees. You've got magnet on those knees. Those magnets are pulling the knees away. Inhale, exhale, bring it back down again, keeping the shoulders engaged. All the way down into neutral, you're recreating the gap. And then you go again, tilt and lift. Pushing the feet down, pushing the shoulders down. Good. Finding each and every vertebra. So don't go up and down too quickly. Really take your time. All the way down into neutral. And then go again. If you've got a sore lower back, I would recommend you're going to stay with the level 1 that I'm going to give you just now. So for a level 1, and we're all going to do level 1 a few times, a great warm-up. We're going to pull our lower back towards the mat. So the lower back makes contact with the floor. Our whole spine is now one long line. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and we're going to lift this long line up in one long chunk. So we're not rolling over vertebra and vertebra. And then bring it back down again. So you're literally hinging on your shoulders. And then lift it back up again. This is a little bit faster than the previous one. And back down. So it's a completely different feeling through the spine. There is no more bone by bone. You're coming up in one long chunk. There is no more coming out of your pelvic tilt. So your pelvis is tilted at all times. You don't come out of it. So the two hip bones keep pulling towards you. Good. Level 2. You're going to lengthen one leg in line with your thigh. Take a deep breath in and come up, lengthening that leg forward. Bring it back down. Sit your foot on the floor and go to the other side. Exhale, lift it up. Take it down. Swap your legs. So again, if you've got a sore lower back, this might not be suitable. You might want to go back to a double leg up and down rather than single. So listen to your bodies. Extend. Don't lift the leg up. Can you see my leg does not stick up to the ceiling? It's forward in line with my other thigh. Forward. That's better. Good. Keep going. Keep working hard. Breathe out a strong breath as you bring this up. Good. Shoulders down. You've got 4, 3, 2. Last one. Push. Lift down and pull both knees to your chest. Good. And just stretch out that lower back. If you fancy a little bit of a roll from side to side, then go for it. Well done. Now cross your ankle over your thigh. Bring the arms out to the side and start your twist stretches. Thigh over ankle. No. That's the wrong way around. Ankle over thigh even. And over to the other side. Keep the shoulders on the floor and look away from the movement. If you find tightness in the back, then move slowly into a deeper stretch. Keep the shoulders down. Make sure you're engaged, please. Again. Couple more. Last one. And then, of course, we have to do the other side. Unfold, refold, and off you go on the other side. You might find that you're a little bit tighter on this side or a little bit less tight. I also find that one side of this movement, my glutes are really, really tight. So I have to make sure that I keep breathing. Keep going. Make sure you increase that range of motion with each one of them. Last 2. Hopefully it feels a little bit looser now. You've managed to gain a little bit more mobility. Come back to the center. Unfold your legs and come up into a kneeling position. So if kneeling is unsuitable for you, then what you can do is you can stand up. I'm going to grab my hand weights and I'm coming on top of my knees. I'm bringing my hands to my side. Draw the belly button in, tuck the tail in, and start a side engagement here. From side to side, pulling the shoulders back and down. Good. Activating the obliques, your core muscles, making sure we're doing this in absolutely perfect posture. We're going to keep going with this. Good job. All right, we're going to do 2 more. And this is also your level 1. So if you find with the next exercise, it's not working for you, then come back to this one. So you're going to place your hand weights on the floor. you're going to place your bum on the mat and you're going to bring your legs forward. Then you're going to find the back of your thighs. You're going to pull the shoulders back and down. You're going to really draw the belly button in, lift the pelvic floor, so the lower back is ever so slightly rounded and we're really engaged from the front. And then you're going to lengthen the elbows so that you're leaning back slightly. So make sure you're not up here now, you're leaning back. Good. Be careful you're not leaning too far back. I don't want you to start to arch your back. I want you to be able to lean back with a fairly straight back, but the lower back is gently curving. Good. Then you're going to place your hands onto your kneecap. Yep. You're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, you're going to rotate and you're going to touch the mat, the edge of the mat. Bring it back to the center and bring it over to the other side. Make sure you're not sitting upright, you're leaning back. So if you find that your back is not really wanting to do this, you're too sore in the back, then go back to our previous exercise where you were kneeling on your knees and you were going from side to side with those hand weights. Good. If you want to make this harder, so level 2, you're going to take your hand weights, you're going to hold them over the top of your knees, and then you're going to rotate through the hand weights. So this is harder than without the hand weights. So make sure you're doing the level that suits you. What I don't want you to feel is a lower back ache. Keep going. Breathe out in the rotation. Breathe in to come back. I'd like to do one more on each side. Last one. Bring it back to the center. Pull yourself up. Place the hand weights to your side. And then fold yourself over your thighs. Just lean forward and feel a nice little stretch. Beautiful. From here, you're going to lengthen your legs like this. So as wide as the mat. My heels are on the floor and I'm sitting as tall as I can. If you've got really tight hips and hamstrings, you might need to bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. You're going to start off for a level 1 with hands on your breastbone. Flex your feet, push the knees as low down as you can, and then look over the shoulder. Good. Back to the center. Look over the other shoulder, and now take your rib cage with you as you look over the shoulder. Good. You're going to find that your opposite foot grows in length. So look over the shoulder, allow the opposite foot to grow in length and bring it back to the center. Do it again. Your opposite foot grows in length. Good. Listen, if you've got a tight lower back, you're going to keep those legs growing. But if you can, try now to keep your legs perfectly still and find a deeper rotation. Lower back issues, allow the legs to grow. Osteoporosis, allow the legs to grow. So the opposite leg lengthens. Good, we're going to do 2 more. Look over the shoulder, back to the center. You've got 1 more. Look over the shoulder and back to the center. Arms come forward. Osteoporosis, lean forward with a straight back. Lean forward, breathe twice. And come back up again. Now everybody else, healthy spine. Instead of just leaning forward, you're now going to pull 1 arm back and you're going to lean towards your little toe. Look underneath the armpit. Hold it, breathe twice. Lift it back up again. Over to the other side. Look underneath the armpit, stretch into it, breathe twice. Come back up. Okay, let's go forward again, everybody. Lean forward from the hips forward. Push your knees down. Head is in between your arms. Osteoporosis, keep going with this. Everybody else, rotate. Lean towards your little toe. Look underneath the armpit. Feel the stretch. Inhale, come back up again. 1 more time. Exhale, look underneath the armpit. And raise up. 1 last time where we lean forward. So lean forward, push your knees into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. and come up into a beautiful upright position. Well done. Let's go onto our side. So grab your block and lie down on your side. Line everything up, please. So the back of your head, your shoulders, your bum, and your feet. If you're struggling with that, use the back edge of the mat and line yourself up in a straight line via that back edge. Both shoulders are beautifully stacked, so make sure the bottom shoulder doesn't come forward. Your hips are stacked. If I lift my t-shirt, I don't know whether you can see that on the screen, but both my waist and my rib cage are lifted away from the floor, and you need to maintain that. So make sure the top hip doesn't drop towards you. Make sure the shoulders are not out of line either. So if this is in line and this is in line, your waist and your ribs should be beautifully lifted. And then extend the top leg. Then pull the tummy and tuck your tail in. Give me a flex and a point. And you can see my leg is at hip height. So it's not below my hip, it's not above my hip, it's at hip height. Top hand can come onto your hip bone with that shoulder pulling back. Right, it is flu and vaccination season at the moment. So if you've been vaccinated, you may bring this arm further forward so that you're not feeling that area where you might be sore. But if you haven't got any vaccinations and your shoulders are well and healthy, then please make sure you're stacked. Couple more where you flex and point. Good. And then stay in a flexed position. Fantastic. Really find that length in your leg. Good. From here, you're going to swing the leg forward and backwards. A nice big pendulum swing. Keep it straight, that leg. Good. When the leg swings behind you, make sure the bottom knee doesn't lift off. And you want to try to find an opening sensation through the front of your thigh. Pull it back and lift it forward again. Breathe out and in. Good. Keep going. Breathe out and in. And really draw that belly in for me. Pull out and in. Good. You're now going to lengthen the leg in line with your body and start your circular motion through the hip joints. Nice. Not in front of you, but half of the circle goes in front and the other half goes behind you. So make sure that you're not working just in front. Change the direction. Good. The other way. Good. Your leg might be feeling a little bit heavy by now. We're going to ignore it. You've got 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Hold the leg, point your toe. Bend the knees, so both of your knees are exactly the same shape. Good. We're now going to drop the leg and lift the leg. Drop the leg and lift the leg. Good. Very fast with a double pulse at the top. Take it down. Double pulse at the top. And again, take it down. Double pulse at the top. Keep going. Down. Double pulse. Really feel that bum cheek. Double pulse. Good. Nice. Keep going, everybody. Make sure the knee is a little bit longer than the bottom knee. Keep going. Little double pulse. Let's take it down. Double pulse. You've got 4 more. Double pulse. 3. Double pulse. 2. Double pulse. 1. Double pulse. We're not ready yet. Knee to knee. Toe to toe. So it's a round circular motion through that hip joint. Fantastic. You've only got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Good job. Come on up onto your elbow. Hold on to your foot and lengthen the knee down towards the end of the mat to open up your quadricep and hip flexors. So if you can, if your shoulder allows you to, come up onto your elbow. Up onto your elbow. Good. Of course, if you've got a shoulder injury, then you don't. But it's really good for your joints to weight bear into them. Pull the shoulders down, please. Good. And now, if you can, if your knee allows you to, pull your foot all the way to your bum cheek. Make sure you tuck your tail in. Keep breathing. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let go. Fantastic. Let's go to the other side. Grab your block. That leg should feel nice and warm now. Here we go. Lie down. Make sure your shoulders are stacked. Make sure your hips are stacked. Good. Your waist is lifted. Your ribs are lifted. Extend the leg and flex and point for me, please. Top hand is on the hip bone. Wiggle around. If you're not quite comfortable, just wiggle around. Make sure the bottom hip is in the right place. Your bottom foot is not too close to your bum cheek, otherwise you lose stability. It's not too far away either. Flex and point. Good. 2 more. You're now going to hold it flexed and you're going to swing that leg forwards and backwards. Really feel the front of your thigh opening up and the back of your leg. Keep going. Really make sure that you draw the belly button in, you tuck the tail in so that we are nice and connected into those deep core muscles. Swing it forward and back. Beautifully lengthened. And you can breathe as you wish here. You can either breathe out on the way forward or on the way backwards. It's up to you. You've got 2 more. You've got 1 more. Hold the leg in line. Find your circles. Nice, lovely circles. Foot is still flexed. So there is no wiggling. I can see some of your hips are wiggling. The hip should be lengthened. They should be stacked. There is no going up and down through the torso. So the whole upper body is perfectly still. Change the direction, go the other way. Half of the circle is in front of you, the other one is behind you. Make sure there's a strong breath. Bottom leg pushes into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. Bend the leg, up and down. That's it. Same shape as the bottom one. Top knee can be a little bit longer if you want. Double pulse, bring it down, straight into the bottom. Pull the tummy in, feel that belt around your waist. Breathe out and in to take it down. Breathe out, in to take it down. Keep going, breathe out and in to take it down. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, now knee to knee, toe to toe. Knee to knee, lift that foot up nice and high, toe to toe. Don't start wiggling your hips. Big, gorgeous rotation through that thigh. Six, you've got 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Fabulous. And bring your legs down. Sure. Push yourself up onto your elbow, pull the shoulder down, grab your foot and find your quadricep hip flexor stretch. Pull the shoulders back. If your knee allows you to, try to get that heel nice and close to your bum cheek. Lengthen the knee down to the end of the mat. Good, have a look at my shoulders. So some of you are lying there like this. I need you to pull your shoulder down even more. Come on, pull the shoulders down again, everybody. Lift your waist up as well. Let's see if that works. Good, make sure you're breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Place those legs down. Lie back onto your back. We're needing to do a little bit of an abdominal flexion next. Osteoporosis, give me a pelvic tilt. If you haven't got osteoporosis, you're going to interlace your hands behind your head and you're going to lift your head and shoulders up, look in between your thighs and bring it back down again. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to take it down. Breathe out to lift. Breathe in to take it down. Your aim is to find the internal connection into your deep core muscles and to use the front of your tummy to fire up. So the big flexor muscles, they need to pull your breastbone to your pubic bone, but at the same time, you need to feel that lift through the pelvic floor. Good. We're now going to hold it up here. If you can't lift your head, you're now going to imprint your lower back. Good. We're going to lift one leg into tabletop, and then we're going to lift the other leg into tabletop. Keep holding it here. Widen the elbows. Everybody give me toe taps, fairly fast ones. So if you can't lift your head up, you're on the floor. Lower back is imprinted, but you're doing the same movement. You're doing the same movement. Good. And now I need you to make this look elegant. So make sure you've got really nice, pretty feet. And make sure you breathe out regularly. If you're tired, you have a rest. Keep going. Try to lift your head and shoulders up. Come on. Lift the head and shoulders up if you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And place your feet down. Fantastic. Head comes down. Give me a full body stretch, nice and long. Well done. Good. I would like to go into a cat-cow next, please. So roll onto your side, coming up onto all fours. Hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, and off you go with the cat-cow. Particularly paying attention to the cow, so that forward extension. Making sure that you're not using your lower back to extend. You want to really bring the breastbone forward as far as you can and pull the shoulders back and down. The lower back will naturally curve, but you're not forcing it down. So make sure you lengthen the spine rather than curve the spine. In the cat, you really tuck the tail in. You find the stretch all along the back line versus finding the stretch through the front line. Keep going, nice and high up. And forward. Good. I would like you please to hold it in the cow next. So lengthen forward, draw the belly in, shoulders back and down, and then lengthen that forward. That's it. Make sure you can't feel anything in that lower back. It's that stretch through the stomach muscles, that engagement through the shoulders. Keep lifting the chin. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1. And from here, push back into your child's pose for a quick stretch backwards through those thighs. Good. And then coming up nice and round. Give me a couple of shoulder rolls. Well done. We're all finished for today. Good job. Well done. Bear with me for a moment. Goodbye, the ones that are watching this on recorded. Hopefully see you soon.